Welcome, the rare gems. Money to a Sigma woman isn't about status or shining wealth. It's about power, the kind that allows her to shape her life on her own terms. For a Sigma woman, money is not the destination, it's the vehicle. She doesn't measure her worth in dollar signs or feel compelled to chase after material symbols. Instead, she knows money is simply a tool to build a life she genuinely loves, one that aligns with her values and vision. Sigma women see right through society's obsession with money as a badge of success. They're not out to impress anyone or collect treasures for the sake of showing off. What they're after is freedom, the ability to say yes to what matters and no to what doesn't. They understand that true wealth isn't found in things, but in the choices, stability, and self-respect that money can help create. To all Sigma women out there, never feel pressured to value money more than it deserves. Recognize it for what it truly is, an essential tool, yes, but not the foundation of your identity or happiness. You are defined by your resilience, your strength, and your purpose. Money just enhances your ability to live by those values. So, go ahead and use it wisely, with the calm understanding that it's here to support you, not control you. With this mindset, you'll always be wealthy in the ways that count. Let's get started, the rare gems. To gain a deeper insight, I encourage you to watch the entire video for some bonus points at the end, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Number 1. Money serves their purpose, not their identity. For Sigma women, money is simply part of the toolkit, not the centerpiece. They're not swayed by the idea that a hefty bank balance equals a successful life. Nope, they've got a clear-eyed approach. Money is just one of the tools that gets them where they want to go. It's like a pair of sturdy boots on a long hike. Essential, sure, but it's not the adventure itself. You'll rarely see a Sigma woman obsessing over every penny to showcase her wealth or prove her worth. She knows better than to let money control her. In her world, money answers to her. It's there to support her goals, independence, and values, not to dictate them. Money is her helper, not her boss, and definitely not her measure of self-worth. And if you ask her, she'll tell you it's incredibly freeing to look at money as something that works for her, not the other way around. This doesn't mean Sigma women don't appreciate the power of a solid bank balance. They're savvy enough to understand that money provides options and independence, valuable resources that help them build lives aligned with their values. But they don't see wealth as an identity. It's a practical asset like a Swiss Army knife in a pinch, that allows them to shape the world around them on their terms. So here's a little humor and wisdom for every Sigma woman. Keep money in its place. Don't let it be the GPS to your life. Let it be the gas in the tank. Your life's direction isn't for sale, and that's exactly what makes you so uniquely, powerfully independent. Number 2. It's a lever, not a trophy. For Sigma women, money is like a lever, a tool that helps them lift the life they want into place. It's not a trophy they'd put on a shelf to admire or flaunt. Sigma women don't need to parade around with luxury items or brag about paychecks. Instead, they see money as a quiet, behind-the-scenes force, one that pushes them closer to their goals and ambitions. To them, money isn't about turning heads, it's about turning dreams into reality. They might invest it into a passion project, something meaningful that keeps them growing and creating. Or they could be fueling their next solo adventure, getting out there to explore and recharge on their own terms. Sigma women often use money to buy freedom, whether that's the freedom to work how they choose, to learn what fascinates them, or to live with fewer strings attached. This perspective makes them wise, even witty, about how they handle their finances. For a Sigma woman, it's not about spending just to have things, but investing so she can be who she wants. If anyone's curious, she'd happily tell you that no expensive handbag or flashy car will ever be as satisfying as the freedom to pursue what actually matters. In other words, money isn't the finish line for Sigma women. It's just the lever that gets them where they're going, and they'll keep using it that way, with focus, purpose, and a good laugh at the world's obsession with showing off. Number 3. The power of saying no. For Sigma women, one of the best things money buys isn't stuff, it's the power to say no. Money to them is freedom fuel. It's what allows them to walk away from situations, jobs, or even relationships that don't sit right. They don't feel trapped by a paycheck, pressured to stay somewhere they don't belong, or forced to entertain people they don't vibe with. If something, or someone, doesn't match their values, they'll pass without a second thought, knowing they have the financial stability to back that choice. This no power is something Sigma women treasure because it's what makes them genuinely independent. They're not out here trying to be people pleasers, and they're definitely not making decisions just to keep up appearances. To them, money is like a security badge, giving them the courage to turn down anything that compromises their integrity or peace of mind. And honestly, isn't that what money should be for, living life on your own terms? Imagine a Sigma woman in a meeting, offered a fancy title with a side of nonsense politics. With a smile she says, "Thanks, but no thanks." Or a date who just doesn't get it. She'll cover the bill and move on. Sigma women use money to ensure they don't have to put up with what doesn't serve them. And that, in a world that often values yes, is truly priceless. Number 4. The ability to walk away. For Sigma women, money isn't about piling up trophies. It's their ticket to independence. They see money as their get-out-any-time card, a way to step away from anything that isn't working, whether it's a toxic job, a draining relationship, or even a whole lifestyle that no longer fits. To them, financial independence isn't some flashy emblem of success. It's simply the backbone of true freedom. Imagine a Sigma woman at a company where office politics are all the rage. While others might grin and bear it, she knows she doesn't have to. Financial independence means she's not tied down by fear of losing a paycheck. She can walk out the door with her head held high, knowing she has options waiting. The same goes for relationships. If someone is bringing negativity or holding her back, she doesn't have to stick around. Money gives her the power to prioritize her well-being over comfort, familiarity, or anyone else's expectations. That's why for Sigma women, money isn't something to flaunt. It's a resource that keeps them free, resilient, and ready to pivot if life takes an unexpected turn. In a world where so many feel stuck because of financial ties, Sigma women see their money as pure possibility. They don't chase after it to prove anything. They keep it close to ensure they're never stuck in a place, a relationship, or a routine that doesn't match their values. And that's a freedom they don't take lightly. Number 5. Wealth is silent power, not a status symbol. To a Sigma woman, wealth isn't a shiny badge or a reason to show off. It's her quiet strength. She doesn't need to prove anything to anyone, and she's certainly not interested in impressing others with flashy displays. Instead, she values the freedom her financial security gives her, the ability to make choices without looking over her shoulder or asking for permission. For her, wealth isn't about status. It's about staying in the driver's seat of her own life. Imagine a Sigma woman at a fancy dinner where everyone's comparing salaries, houses, and cars. While others are busy dropping names and bragging about upgrades, she's sitting back, relaxed, knowing she doesn't need to justify her success to anyone. Her wealth is silent. It works for her, not the other way around. And that's the beauty of it. It lets her move freely, make her own rules, and live on her terms without all the noise. For Sigma women, wealth is all about having the power to create a life that aligns with their values. She doesn't need her bank balance to speak for her. It's there as a safety net, a door opener, and an enabler of her independence. She doesn't spend her energy on outward displays because she knows the true value lies in what it allows her to do behind the scenes. To her, silent power is far more satisfying than any status symbol could ever be. We appreciate you, Rare Gems, for being a treasured subscriber. Your consistent support is vital to us and fuels our passion for delivering meaningful content. Thank you for your engagement and encouragement. Number 6. Money is a shield, not a weapon. For a Sigma woman, money is like an umbrella on a stormy day, a form of protection, not a tool to wield power or control. She doesn't look at her bank account and think, "How can I use this to get ahead of others?" Instead, it's her security buffer, a layer of stability in a world that can be anything but predictable. Money, to her, is a shield, not a weapon. Sigma women see money as something that helps them face life's curveballs with confidence. If a job turns sour, if unexpected expenses pop up, or if life throws in one of those lovely surprises, she's prepared. It gives her peace of mind, a freedom to make decisions that prioritize her well-being instead of scrambling under pressure. She doesn't need to impress anyone with her finances or try to manipulate situations with dollar signs. That's just not her style. Imagine a Sigma woman in a high-stakes meeting where someone tries to throw their weight around by flashing wealth or connections. She'll smile politely, but inside she's unfazed. Her confidence doesn't come from flaunting money. It comes from knowing she has her own back. The money she has isn't about leverage over others. It's her quiet assurance that she's protected, that she can move through life on her own terms without bending to anyone else's expectations. For her, money's real value lies in its ability to keep her secure, not superior. Number 7, invests in autonomy, not approval. Sigma women have a clear philosophy with money. Spend it where it builds independence, not approval. For them, money isn't a ticket to popularity or a way to buy into someone else's standards. It's an investment in their own autonomy. They'll pour their finances into courses, skills, or experiences that make them stronger, smarter, and even more self-sufficient. Not into the latest trend, just to keep up appearances. Picture a Sigma woman considering her next big purchase. While others might be scrolling for designer bags or the latest gadget to impress their friends, she's looking at that class that teaches a new skill or that solo trip that gives her perspective and grit. Every dollar she spends is like casting a vote for her own growth. She doesn't need the validation of 1,000 likes or the envy of anyone around her. She needs the confidence that comes from knowing she can handle her own life, her own way. This approach gives her a kind of grounded confidence that's hard to shake. While others might splurge to fit in or feel accepted, she's out there creating a life that doesn't need external approval. Money for her is just a tool to build a life of independence, a life where she answers to no one but herself. It's freedom money, and she's using every cent wisely. Number 8. Zero appetite for financially driven relationships. Sigma women have no patience for relationships that revolve around money or material gain. In a world where some people treat relationships like business deals, what can you do for me? Sigma women are out here asking, what can we build together? They refuse to let money or the lack of it define who they connect with. For them, the idea that money can shape a relationship is as foreign as paying someone to be your friend. If someone's interested in them just because of their financial status, they'll politely, but firmly, shut that door. They want genuine connections, not transactions. Money might get you a nice dinner, but it's trust, respect, and shared values that get you a real relationship. Sigma women know that true bonds are built on something deeper than bank accounts. Whether someone has a lot or a little, it's their character, their interests, and how they treat others that matter most. They're not interested in relationships where the foundation is financial, because that's a shaky one. If money were the glue, the whole thing would fall apart at the first sign of trouble. For a Sigma woman, the value of a relationship isn't measured in dollars. It's measured in how much you support, understand, and truly connect with each other. Money might make life easier, but it's not the thing that makes life meaningful. That's why she keeps her relationships free from financial strings. Keep the money, keep the drama. She's after real, unburdened connections. Number 9. No need for validation through wealth. Sigma women couldn't care less about using money to prove they've made it. For them, wealth isn't a trophy to show off or a scoreboard to compare with others. While some people wear their financial status like a badge of honor, Sigma women are more interested in using their money as a tool for freedom and independence. They're not out here trying to impress anyone or win the who's got more game. They're not here for the applause or the envy that comes with flaunting wealth. For Sigma women, the real measure of success is in how they live, not in how much they can flaunt. They're the kind of person who could be rolling in cash, but would still opt for a quiet dinner with friends over posting Instagram pics with luxury goods. Their idea of success is personal satisfaction, not external validation. Money for them is simply a tool to create the life they want, whether it's the freedom to work on their passion projects, travel, or simply not be chained to a 9-to-5 job they hate. They don't need to flex their financial muscle to feel validated. The life they've built speaks for itself. In a world where social media often equates worth with wealth, Sigma women know better. They live for themselves, not for the likes or the admiration of others. Their wealth doesn't define them. How they use it to shape their life does. And that's true success in their book. In number 10, focused on return, not recognition. Sigma women have one simple rule with money: make it count. They don't throw cash around just to turn heads or get a few compliments. When they spend or invest, it's all about the return on that investment. They're asking, what am I getting out of this? And if the answer isn't knowledge, freedom, or growth, they're probably not interested. Instead of spending money on the latest designer bag to impress people they don't know, they'd rather put it toward a course that sharpens their skills or a trip that expands their view of the world. Sigma women see money as a doorway to something valuable, something that makes them better, sharper, and wiser. They'd much rather gain life experience than gain a few likes on social media. For them, spending is strategic. They look at money as a way to unlock more of life's opportunities, not a way to keep up with the Joneses. Sigma women don't waste their time on empty spending. Every dollar has a purpose, even if that purpose doesn't make for the most glamorous Instagram post. Their approach is refreshing, even funny, in a world that's all about flash and followers. Sigma women know that at the end of the day, nobody remembers what brand shoes you were wearing, but they'll remember if you were interesting, intelligent, and living life with purpose. And that's what their spending is all about. Number 11, minimalistic to maximize flexibility. Sigma women are the masters of simplicity. They see excess as a burden, not an achievement. For them, more isn't always better. It's just more stuff to manage. While others might be out there collecting things like they're in a race to fill up their homes with every gadget and luxury item they can find, Sigma women know that having less means more freedom. It's not about showing off or accumulating wealth for the sake of it. It's about staying flexible and unattached. Money, for a Sigma woman, is a tool to create the kind of life that doesn't require a lot of upkeep. She doesn't need a closet full of clothes she'll never wear or an oversized house she can't keep clean. Instead, she spends her money on what truly adds value to her life, things that increase her flexibility, give her experiences, or help her grow. Whether it's an investment in a course, a travel fund, or just saving for a rainy day, she's focused on what she needs, not what she's told she should want. This minimalistic mindset allows her to pivot when necessary. If life throws a curveball, job changes, moving cities, or an unexpected opportunity, she's ready. No heavy baggage weighing her down, just the essentials that keep her agile and able to make decisions on her own terms. Sigma women know the secret: less stuff, more freedom, and that, my friend, is priceless. In the end, Sigma women know something many don't. Money is just a tool. It's not the measure of their worth, nor is it the key to happiness or success. They understand that true fulfillment comes from freedom, the freedom to make their own choices, live authentically, and build relationships based on trust, not transactions. Money to them is simply the means to that end, not the goal itself. They don't need to flaunt wealth to feel secure, nor do they rely on it to define their value. Sigma women know their worth comes from within, from their independence, strength, and wisdom. They've mastered the art of living on their own terms, using money to create a life that's flexible, rich in experiences, and driven by their passions, not societal expectations. So, if you identify with this mindset, remember, your worth is not in what you have, but in who you are and the choices you make. You don't need a treasure chest to prove yourself. You have everything you need inside you already. Keep using money as the tool it is, not the treasure it's often mistaken for. Your power lies in the way you control your life, not in how much you accumulate. Keep moving forward with that knowledge, and the world will follow your lead. Thank you, Rare Gems, for tuning in. Stay safe and stay vigilant as always. God bless.